Good morning, collective. Good Thursday morning. I am Kuan Yin, and this is I Have No Cut Cards Tarot. This self-appointed all and who doesn't, who deserves and how they deserve to live, and who doesn't, that has been terrorizing groups to support their self-indulgent lifestyles has come to an end and is coming to order right now. Okay? There is a group of men that came together to appoint themselves. No one appointed them, certainly not God. But there's a group of men that's well versed in the occult that have self-appointed themselves as the spiritual authority. And then they got from the government. Mostly, they needed women's help, but mostly men that would benefit from what they were doing supported them. And a lot of them work in the government. A lot of them are in positions of authority. And these men, lacking all forms of self-awareness and intuition, literally decided they are the authority figure to determine what women deserved to be able to live a good life, even if you work for it yourself, even if you go to work to pay your own bills, if you start your own business. These men made a decision that they would decide if you were good enough to be left alone or if they would and depress you and use your energy to live a life of self-indulgence for themselves because you were a bad person. And their attitude is because they lack self-awareness. If you are good and have integrity and are not out here being a menace, then we will conjure your life, will orchestrate illusions in your life to make you look like you are not worthy and that you don't practice integrity and that you're worthless and that you're a bad person, so that we can justify and get support from others to punish you and to use resources to put you into a lower class, even kill you if we choose to. And they have been our God as if they are the spiritual authority in charge of calling women's life specifically, because I'm not going to stop saying it. A healed woman that has completed doing her shadow work is the source of God's power on earth. And these men cannot survive and live the lavish lifestyle of self-indulgence that they want to live without utilizing your energy. So these men that lack integrity have targeted divine women that are innocent, that have done their shadow work to create illusions about and surrounding so that they could only orchestrate things in your life and have access to you, and no one would rescue you, so they could orchestrate situations where they could energy harvest from you and live a lavish lifestyle of self-indulgence. Right now, this era, because they've been doing this for decades, is coming to an end. God is raising up an army of women because nobody's coming to save us. Nobody is coming to save us. And God is, however you define God, but what I know is the energy is not balanced on the earth right now. And God is raising up an army of women to balance the energy because nobody is coming to save us. So we must save ourselves, because this is an atrocity. This is an abomination, what these men have done to holy women that are divine, just so they could live a life of self-indulgence. And of course, they would need participation of some women that will do anything for money to help them accomplish this, because they can't accomplish it all alone. Because if they just go around and do this to all women, the women will come together, raise up, and fight against them. So they have to give some rewards to some women that will help them to accomplish this. Whoever these men are that have determined they were a self-proclaimed spiritual authority, okay, here, wealth class, it's their religion. Their religion is wealth, rich, just become rich. It's all about money, materialism, and self-indulgence. Right now, they are having to make a decision about two people that they're going to have to release to the authorities because of the irrefutable physical evidence of things that they have done and injustices they have committed against purified women. Okay? They did everything in their power to build a case against you and to accuse you of being an unkept woman, a woman that is unable to take care of herself, a woman that's mentally ill, a woman that's a prostitute, a woman that's worthless, drug addicts, all kind of things. Some of these men are the very men that might have even orchestrated things in your life when you were a child, paying money with government orchestrations, positions, so they can come back and accuse you. Look at you. You were molested and you became a prostitute. And some of these men might actually, and I'm not trying to shake anybody up, but some of these men might have actually molested some women when they were little girls. And then when they got old enough, if it set her on a path of drug addiction and prostitute or something like that, and they ended up homeless in the street somewhere, they, out of ignorance, applied for guardianship over that same woman that they put in that predicament, and was like, oh, she's crazy. She's a drug addicted prostitute in the street. She's crazy. And, you know, I have to get a check for her and take care of her. And she liked to live in the street. She liked to be out there, and I'm her guardian. And it's the same person that molested them in childhood. And then they got a social security check on top and set something up to energy harvest off of you your entire life. These that have self-proclaimed themselves a spiritual authority, the most corrupt men on earth. And that's why God, however you define God, restored. Which is why we are going to spiritually arm up all women to bring balance to this bullshit. Because enough is enough. We are not going to have toxic, lack of integrity, dishonest, self-indulgent men proclaiming to be the spiritual judge and authority over women and carrying on how they've been carrying on in this patriarchal society. So there are two people they have to give up. There is a Leo and an Aquarius that they're going to have to give up now because they can't keep something hidden with living room in the reverse because it's physical evidence about some crimes that they committed. But there are so many, many more crimes that have to come out in the open. And I wish other women that help these men would really heal and separate their energy and stop going against women. Great fortune in reverse. There are at least two people right now hanging in the balance that were promised great fortune. One is a woman and one is a man from this group of men that self-appointed themselves as a spiritual authority. Okay? But in God's eyes, these men are below the earth. They're trash. I don't care how much money they have. Great fortune in the reverse. The two people are not going to get great fortune they were promised. Instead, they're going to go to prison and jail. Okay? And the reason is because they could not cause you to have sad news. You understand? These people were told that they would be very wealthy if they complied with these men and took you out. And they built a case against you to your community, your family, your friends, everybody. Anyone and everybody you were ever connected to, they built a case against you, built off of sand, all falsified documents, all falsified accusations of what they were doing to you. There's somebody here that's in regret right now, okay? They're in regret because loneliness in the verse. This was someone's job to make sure that you were completely isolated. Someone's job, this is a woman. These men hired a specific woman and this was the job of a lot of different women they hired and assigned to different women they wanted to harness from. It was their job to gather people in the community you live and spread outlandish rumors that were straight up lies about you, to make sure that you were isolated and you would not have any friends or any human contact with another individual. If you work, it was their job to infiltrate your job to make sure you didn't make any friends at work, you didn't make any friends at home, in your community, to make sure your family isolated themselves from you, to make sure that everybody, if you went to a church, it was this woman's job, okay? Whatever, it could be a collective of women they hired, but it was this woman's job to make sure that you had no human contact. You had no human contact while they oppressed you. That way, your vibration would be low and you'd go into depression. They wanted to bully you to the point of depression and make sure that you did not have an outlet, meaning someone to talk to you that was also being bullied, so that you could be an emotional support system for each other without being gaslit about being mentally ill, or gaslit, oh, maybe you need medication, maybe you're just schizophrenic, maybe you're this, maybe you're that, being gaslit to the point of depression too. You understand? It was her job to make sure you had no contact with anybody, not even your own child or children. She's in regret right now because you were never alone. She could not make you feel lonely, okay? And she regrets it now because she sees now that a real purpose is coming into fruition. Something real is being built right now. It already exists on the mental plane and the spiritual plane. It's about to manifest in the physical. And it's what I talked about. It's going to be a coming together of the divine feminine, of the healed high priestess energy, of the healed woman. It's going to be the coming together of the women that were being oppressed up under these self-proclaimed spiritual authorities of men. Okay? Whereby we are going to be an emotional support system for each other. We're going to encourage interpersonal contact. We're going to encourage activities and a community that we can move about in, where no one is going to gaslight us about what they've been doing to oppress us. No one is going to gaslight us about our experiences, and we will be able to be a force together, a spiritual force. You understand? This person thought it was their purpose to help these men because they were some kind of victim as a child to possibly one of these men. So they thought that it was their purpose to help these men so they could become rich, and that money would help numb whatever issues psychologically they incurred from whatever type of grooming was done to them in childhood. They didn't realize that they could have, if they got into reflection energy and healed, got in line with a much higher purpose. And now this person feels guilty and they're in grief. They feel guilty and they're in grief because they thought whatever childhood wounds they had, the only out was money. And the only way to get that money was by bowing down to the needs of these men. You know, it's somebody that felt like their only out was money because money could numb the pain from the grooming and the sexual abuse and the things that these men did. They thought having a whole lot of money would allow them to wear a mask of arrogance, whereby they could ignore the low self-esteem and the lack of confidence they have from not being able to develop like a normal child, their confidence, their self-esteem, their personality, really knowing who they are and being able to shine as a person with their natural skills and abilities in their purpose. These men, or one of them, blocked this person from having that experience as a child by possibly grooming them and possibly even sexually molesting them. So they thought the only way out was become very rich and wealthy, I can wear a mask of arrogance and numb my emotional pain by the fact that I was groomed by one of these men and promised a lot of money. Okay? When in actuality, if this person did self-reflection and healing, they would have realized a greater purpose. And it could have been to come together with other women being victimized. Because are you ready to go to war? We are going to spiritually militarize the divine feminine energy, because it's time to put down these self-proclaimed masculines. You've seen them. You've seen the pastors that have been living in a house with their niece, taking her from the age of 7 into parking lots to use her as like a wash rag for his own sexual gratification, like a sex slave from the age of 7. And then she have a baby and the pastor deliver the baby and leave it at a church step and take her somewhere, doctor, and don't let nobody find out what he did in Houston, Texas, and a whole bunch of other pastors that have defiled God, however you define God to be. You've seen them, all of these self-proclaimed spiritual authorities in the church and in the occult that simply see women as a way and an avenue of living a life of greed, self-indulgence, lacking integrity, and lacking any type of morals at all. And enough is enough. So this ahead and let this Aquarius and Leo go in, because it's too much evidence and they can't kill and get rid of you, and they're letting them. And somebody feels guilty because they thought it was their purpose. They thought it was a good purpose to help these men. These men, they thought, were the keys to getting the money to numb their emotional pain. But baby, the pain, money is not going to fix it for you, because until you go deep inside and find the root of your pain, it's going to keep on growing and sprouting and coming back up. Thoughts and memories about how jaded someone did you, how you were victimized. And that has to be removed. No amount of money, using your money to attack other people and create bad karma for yourself. Because then when the thoughts raise up about how these men abused you, it feels like a whole bunch of negative energy that makes you feel uncomfortable in your old skin. And that's why people that are unhealed, men and women, attack other people. They attack other men and women because they're trying to transfer the negative energy that occurs as a result of the unhealed thoughts that raise up inside of them, that create the negative energy that make them feel uncomfortable in their own skin. And no amount of money can heal that. So they have to attack. They have to every day get up and find a way to attack somebody, because they're trying to transfer that negative energy out of their field onto someone else. And then they feel better, like, whew, I feel better now. Those thoughts started coming up and I attacked somebody because the negative energy made me feel so restless and uncomfortable in my skin. But maybe a couple of hours later, the thoughts start raising up again in the subconscious mind, because you haven't healed yet. You have not healed. You have not gotten help professionally. You have not learned how to process your pain and your trauma, and you have not learned how to transmute negative energy in a healthy way yet. That's why I burped. I transmuted gas through a burp. You have not learned. You have not learned how to transmute negative energy by processing it through self-reflection in a healthy way. So you have to keep hurting people because the negative energy from your thoughts of your trauma keep raising up and bothering you physically. And then when you hurt somebody, you transfer your negative energy onto them. But in a few hours, it's going to come right back. And it's going to keep coming back until you get professional help and get to the root of your problem. Money is not going to take it away. What is the messages this morning, Holy Divine Spirit? A lot of us are going to be getting a brand new start, And we are not going to allow men to ever spiritually militarize against us again by giving them our power. Because the main thing they wanted me to say is, these men were only able to militarize against you by using your power. By using your power with old manosphere tactics from the dying patriarch. Okay? by using mental manipulation tactics. The man is the leader. You're supposed to follow the man. You need to be validated by the man. You're nobody if a man doesn't tell you you're somebody. I'm going to tell you your worth by giving you a number between 1 and 10. These are the tactics they were using to get your energy in order to literally attack you with and proclaim they were the spiritual authority, but they've run out of power. They've run out of power because the power was coming from you, which means right now, make sure they don't ever raise up in power again. We have to heal. Those of us that are still in the healing process, we can support you in your healing process. We need to isolate right now, decenter men, center ourselves, heal, get balanced. And those of us that are already healed, like I said, we're isolated. We are going to come together for a fresh, brand new start. And we're going to hold on to our own energy and hold our position as high vibrational women. And we are going to militarize and make sure that they never become a self-proclaimed spiritual authority again so that they can self-indulge. This will never happen in the earth again. Do you hear me? This will never happen in the earth again. I just saw a tower and the cycle is over. The cycle's over for this sick-ass community and or family taking quick action against an empress or the empress energies. What happened? What is the obstacle right now? I'm talking to women all over, roll call, all over the earth. You hear me? I'm speaking to women all over the planet right now. We are to never... They can't militarize spiritually against us without our energy. The source of God's power on earth is inside of us. So in order for them to militarize spiritually against us, to enact what they were doing, so they could live a self-indulgent life off of our pain, we have to give them our power. Which means women, high priestesses, all over the earth, need to spiritually militarize. Spiritually come together and militarize by holding back your energy right now. Healing, hold back your energy and heal. Hold back your energy and heal. They're going to already start to wither away when they don't have your energy, because that's what they were using to spiritually bind you. Okay? And the rest we'll talk about when we start having our meetings. But never again we anywhere, in any place on the planet, allow men to weaponize spirituality, to weaponize religion, to weaponize anything against the divine feminine energy on the planet. Whether it's circumcising women because you don't want them to feel pleasure, whether it's selling them through sex trafficking, whatever it is, whether it is trying to sex traffic high priestesses. Because we talked yesterday about an Aquarius that is a colorist that was doing to a lot of different women, but specifically dark-skinned women, using energy weapons to punish them for not being willing to give their energy to a masculine they were sending toward them. There is an empress that was connected to someone that they were connected to a group. And with this empress, she was in the reverse because she was giving her energy to continue doing what they were doing to manifest abundance for themselves. But this woman, she did a 360, okay, or a 180. She turned it around. She decided she didn't want to allow them to utilize her energy anymore. She might have Gemini in her chart. And when she made a decision not to work with this man anymore as a part of this group, this Aquarius ordered someone to use energy weapons on her in her, wherever she lives. She could live in an apartment building or something. But the Aquarius ordered to use an energy weapon on her to punish her for not agreeing to be in some type of energy where she would give her sexual sacred energy to them so that they could use it against all of us the way they're attacking us. That's what this Aquarius has been doing. This Aquarius has connections to people that have the ability to militarize in secret and use energy weapons on women that refuse to comply sexually. Now that's some sick shit. This Aquarius needs to go to jail. And then their attitude toward dark-skinned women, this Aquarius, and especially doing it to them, oh yes, they need to burn at the stake. Yeah, this Aquarius. Let's go. What is the obstacle right now? Right now, somebody might be being haunted. Right now, somebody might be being haunted because they notice judgment is coming. Okay? Somebody is very sad because it was their wish fulfillment to keep orchestrating something with these energies, women and men that were willing to do anything for money. Any woman that helps men to do this, oh man, I feel sorry for you. Any woman that agrees to help men against women, sweetheart, you have a problem. You got healing to do, to come together to help orchestrate things with these men. All right. Somebody is very sad right now. Somebody's very sad right now because they're under judgment. It was their wish fulfillment to be able to keep orchestrating something to try to take you out, but then they're in a mental imprisonment. It's not going to happen. Okay. They wanted to keep making illusions, but it's too much of a burden to create any more illusions because everybody knows what they're doing. We're not See, in the past, all my victims of energy weapons, all of my victims of energy weapons, in the past, these people could accuse you of being mentally ill, of having schizophrenia and all kind of other things. Oh, so you feel something that you can't see and it's giving you headaches. Okay, and memory loss and causing pain on your body. Okay, what we want you to do, no, you don't understand. When I move in my house, something moves with me. If I go sleep in another room, it's okay. And then after a while, something at my head again. Yeah, I know. We're going to prescribe medication. You understand? This is the bullshit that these motherfuckers was on so that they could get away with it. But in 2025, it is too difficult. People are too aligned and too aware of these energy weapons. And now we know who this Aquarius is. There's a Leo and an Aquarius and an Aries woman also that was in the military connected to a Capricorn. These are people that they were not personally the one using the energy weapon, but they were the ones giving the order and orchestrating with people in the military and people that they were utilizing to be placed around the women that refused to comply with their demands. So it's like, I want you to be a prostitute. I want you to have sex with the men we send toward you. And if you don't, we're going to keep hitting you in the head with these energy weapons. It's a stick up. This is the bullshit this Aquarius was on. That's some sick shit. And you know it's hard to prove that bullshit. But this is some sick shit because they're not coming out and saying it, but you know that's what it is. Okay, well, if you refuse the man we send toward you, then we're going to just keep on with the energy weapon. And you can't move because we're going to bind your finances and we're going to blackball your jobs because we have control in the government to approach anybody in HR in any job, whether to make sure that you can't work but only certain places, so you can't make above a certain amount of money, so you can't afford to move. And also, we can also make offers to landlords, apartment complexes to make sure you can't move. These people were using a whole lot of covert tactics to get the healed high priestess energy that they wanted to do magic with so they could live a life of self-indulgence. And some of those tactics included energy weapons. And that's some sick ass shit. And this Aquarius was a big part of that. Using these energy weapons, having it orchestrated to be used on you. And they're in trouble now for that shit and other shit too. And you're not going to gaslight nobody about mental illness because everyone knows these. Never fear, Kuan Yin is here. Let me know when I'm back. Just let me know when I'm back because I'm going to say what I got to say. Let me know when I'm back. Thank you. Like I said, There are some very pure women that are practice integrity, that are healed, that have done their shadow work, that wanted nothing more than to live their life in peace. It's not their fault they're a divine feminine. It's not their fault they have a golden womb, but they decided that you get married to upstanding men because that's too much. That's too much energy for those men to use. Those men are going to be rich. Those men are going to have access to all your energy. If you get with an upstanding man, no, that's not that. No, we can't let one man have access to all that power. So we have to control all your relationships. We have to make sure that your power, which is the power of God on earth, is being channeled to us because we want to use your energy. A whole group of us, rather than one man get your energy, we want a whole entire group of men to be able to use your energy for a life of self-indulgence. And we're going to punish you. And we're going to make it look like you're karmic. And we're going to spread lies and do smear campaigns. And we'll find the weakest link, the weakest women in your family to help us. And that's exactly, and the shit is over because we are going to come together and we are going to stop this shit all over the earth. I'm telling you, for good. So they're worried right now. That's some sick ass shit. I'm controlling who you can date and who you can talk to through your phone, through your email, and in person. And then if you don't comply and you just refuse to have sex and date anybody at all, if you refuse, I'm going to hit you with an energy weapon. That's what we've been dealing with. I'm going to hit you literally with an energy weapon if you refuse. Yeah, Mary Magdalene, I agree. I'm going to hit you with not just an energy weapon. We're going to follow you, to kidnap you, harass you, and do all of this shit if you don't open up your legs to the person we tell you so you can channel your energy to us. This is bullshit, and the shit is stopping. Women all over the earth, we have to militarize against this. I'm getting the downloads, I'm telling you. What happened in the recent past? So right now, they're stressed out because their business is out. Their business is out all over the place. They tried to take some quick action, but they had an ego death when they reversed an ending, trying to quickly do a death spell. No, baby, you didn't touch way too many women. You didn't touch way too many women and did too much to get away, Sean Puffy. Okay? Whoever this Aquarius is, they're not getting away with it. It's too much evidence and too many women they have affected with this bullshit. There are too many records, phone records. They can ping them. Yeah. For the Leo, specifically, this Aquarius contracted that it's a woman that might have been abused as a child and groomed as a child that didn't get the guidance they needed to self-reflect, to heal, and instead was going for the money so that they could numb themselves from whatever emotional pain they have from being groomed, okay? Whatever emotional pain they had, they got into an energy of projection and arrogance. I'll bandage my emotional wounds with money. Okay. And that's who they contracted. That's why I said an unhealed woman that's operating in her masculine energy, because she only sees her sexual organs as a tool you take out your purse to buy things with, a form of currency and nothing else. Her heart is not attached to her sexual energy. She can't feel sensual. Her mind and heart is not attached to any of her sexual experiences because she was groomed by somebody at a young age. And as she grew, she realized how she was being used and how her full development, emotionally, spiritually, her personality, everything, her whatever gift she has, it was stopped and halted. Her emotional maturity, it was blocked, and she stopped emotionally maturing because of a blockage in her solar plexus because of being groomed and sexually abused at a young age. And because she didn't get the help or the guidance, or it wasn't available to her, she got into an energy of projecting instead of reflecting. And now she's operating like a man in masculine energy, just trying to get as much money as she can and wear the mask of arrogance to help her wounds emotionally. And just the money is going to help her. But it landed her in a bad space because she went a little bit too hard, and now she may be going to prison because she can't create any more conflict with you, because she can't persevere, because she can't recover. She had a partnership with this Aries. She had a partnership with this Aries, and she can't recover now. Whatever happened with them, because she couldn't get success, and this Aries started having a financial downfall because they couldn't get your energy in order to manifest with. Right now, they are no longer wanting to work with her because at the end of the day, this Aries is a narcissist, and even though they might have a lot of affection for this Leo, they love themselves more than anyone and anything on the earth, and they're not going to go. They don't want to be broke. They're like, yeah, I love you more, and I can't go broke. Tell me more about this situation right now. So, and they were a part of this self-proclaimed spiritual authority that makes bad decisions, that lies, that cause shots, that lies on women for the purpose. It's like a persecution against innocent women. Persecution against innocent women, just the worst type of spiritual authority. And what's happening here in this little circle on a small scale is what's been playing out on a much grander scale all over the planet with the masculine energy, lacking integrity, lacking balance, lacking fairness, wanting to be spoiled, wanting not to do shadow work, but just to live a life of self-indulgence off of divine feminine energy. That's what's been playing out. And demonizing women through patriarchal tactics such as red pill tactics and controlling your confidence and self-esteem. And because it's over now and coming to an end, or crashing in right now, they can't access your power because you get married for validation. You're not going to have sex for validation. You don't need to be in a relationship for validation, and you're withholding your energy. Somebody is moving to calmer waters. Right now, somebody might have already moved to calmer waters that might have took a risk to try to drain someone's energy. It was a bad investment. It was a bad thing to do. It didn't work out the way they wanted. These people are so hungry. These people literally are so hungry for your energy is because they're powerless. All of their power came from your energy. The Eight of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, the Seven of Swords. They tried to get away with draining you, but they didn't get what they were expecting at all. You have to be, and let me say something else to you all. It's two things actually I need to say to somebody. In order for them to drain your energy, you have to, even if without touching you, they can drain your energy without having sex with you in the physical. I'm going to explain how. If you are still thinking fond thoughts of anybody from your past, or if you masturbate even and think of anybody specifically from your past, or you are emotionally open or are thinking of good memories with somebody from your past, it opens up a spiritual pathway for them to access you sexually or to drain your sexual energy. That's why it's very important to mind your focus, how you think and what you think. Mind your thoughts. Listen very carefully. Listen very carefully. Anybody from your past, that has attacked you, that's been connected to any kind of occult group or anything like that, if they ever, or if you were in a relationship or married to someone for any period of time, they will use anybody. If what they do is, these people use telepathy. They use telepathy to project thoughts to you about happier times. You understand? If you were married for 15 years and then found out that your husband was using, was part of the occult and secretly siphoning your energy, and you divorced and left him, but that's who you spent a significant amount of time with and have a lot of memories with. What happens is, once you cut the cords with that person spiritually, if they do telepathy to project memories happy memories, like waking up on Christmas morning with your children at a young age and opening gifts. Some memory that you could have shared. It could be anything, but going together to watch your son or daughter play in the orchestra in elementary school or junior high, some kind of memory that you might have with somebody, if they can project through telepathy any type of memory with a person from your past and get you in thinking about them in a positive way, even if they've wronged you, that opens up a spiritual pathway for them to siphon your sacral chakra energy, or to even astral project to you and try to sexually jump you in the spirit and harvest your energy, or sexually even assault you in the spirit. You might think it's harmless, but guard your thoughts. Your emotional body is a real thing, and you have to protect your emotional body because your emotional body is where your spiritual body, your chakras are. And if they can attach a cord to any of your root or sacral chakra, that's how they can siphon your energy. That's how they can come to you to try to assault you sexually in the spiritual realm. So it's important, once you cut the cords, to make sure you never let anyone project any positive thoughts. Well, it wasn't all bad. All times wasn't evil. You could think about the good times that you shared with a person, or when a better time when good things were. No, you can't. No, you can't. Anybody from your past at all whatsoever, don't think of any fond memories. Don't think of, they might be projecting thoughts to access your emotional body. You have to be careful to guard your emotional body by guarding your mental body, guarding your thoughts. Make sure no one can project any thoughts of the past onto you, especially if it's someone that's been siphoning your energy. Guard your mental body by guarding what you think about, okay? And that will protect your emotional body from them being able to connect with you. So somebody did not get away with siphoning someone's energy. And I should have opened up with this. Somebody has a daughter, and your daughter has a half sister. They want me to tell, it's a warning for somebody. Somebody can't get through to you. Whoever you are, you're a high priestess, and somebody can't get through to you to access you in any type of way to get your energy or to stay anchored or connected to you. So somebody has a daughter or a child that has a half sister or a half brother. And that in other words, you have a child where the father has other kids, okay? Your daughter's half sister is working with someone else, and they're doing magic and spell work on your daughter right now to manipulate her. They're going to try to go through your daughter in some kind of a way to affect you, to stay in your energy, to connect to you. And they're using someone on your daughter's father's side of the family. And this could be like a half sister, okay? That's a warning for somebody. So pray for your daughter, okay? If your daughter has half brothers and half sisters, and you're a high priestess and they can't access you, they're going to use your daughter's half sister or half brother and one of their friends to do spell work on your child because they know your child has access to you. And they know that their half sister or half brother has access to your child. And that's who they're on your child. So your child who has contact with you kind of a way. Because these people don't know how to stay anchored into your energy. So that's a warning for somebody, okay? That's just a warning for someone. Pray over your child and pay attention. You could have an adult child, but just pay attention to your child and pay attention to what they do or whatever. Because again, these people are so desperate to find a way to stay anchored and connected to you, and they don't have any ends. And if your child, if your daughter, in the dream they showed me a girl, but it could be a boy or a girl. Your child has a half brother or half sister, okay? And they are doing spell work with another person on your child. And your child is open to them because they're half brother or half sister. So that's why they're going to do spell work on your child. So your child who has access to you, they can find a way to stay anchored in your energy. Just monitor your adult age child to make sure they're not getting any information, or your child is aware of this, because they want to know what you're doing, where you're going, the moves you're going to be making, and they might try to do spell work on your child so that they can become a monitoring spirit through their half brothers and half sisters. Okay, that's for somebody. The Eight of Pentacles reverse. So they didn't get away with it, and they're upset. These people came up empty. They don't have any energy at all. Okay? You are a vast ocean of energy. The Ace of Cups reverse. They don't have any energy at all whatsoever to work off of. They went on a campaign. They worked with a whole group, being childish, thinking that they were going to get your energy, and they were unable to. They worked with a lot of childish people, but the magic wasn't strong enough. And it was fated at this time for you to keep moving forward, High Priestess. I can't make it up. It was fated at this particular time, High Priestess, for you to keep moving. Just let me know when you can hear me again. Just let me know when you can hear me again. Back. Thank you. Yeah. There's a Gemini High Priestess, like I said, that this Aquarius saw as being less. I feel like this is a Gemini High Priestess of a darker complexion, and they don't see as something that makes them less than them, beneath them. And because they see this person like that, that's the reason why they think that they could use an energy weapon on them to force them into submission, to make them the Queen of Wands reverse, to force them to have sex and give up their High Priestess energy so that they can maintain control. Because right now they don't have enough power to spiritually attack you all. And they need that Gemini High Priestess energy because she has that golden womb. And they need her power in order to be able to attack the people they've been targeting and stay on top. And she told them, no, I don't want to give you my energy. So what this Aquarius did is arrange to orchestrate to have an energy weapon used on her, to force her into submission. No, you're going to have sex with the person I send toward you, and if you don't, I'm going to use the energy weapon on you. And if you don't comply, you can't prove an energy weapon. Where is it at? What direction is it coming from? Who's using it? You're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and we'll have you put away in a mental institution. This is why this Aquarius is under spiritual judgment right now. They see darker complected women, high priestesses, as something that is beneath them because of their complexion. They don't see them as a thing of royalty, a melanin goddess. They don't see it as black gold. They don't see them as the mother of the earth that every single race that was created on the earth came from, is a spinoff from, a carbon copy of. They don't see it that way. They see them as something beneath them. This is an older man, a much older man. It's Aquarius. So he doesn't have any conscience or guilt or shame behind using an energy weapon on these high priestesses to get their energy so his funky ass can live a life of self-indulgence. That's why he's in deep shit. Because what he tried to do to a Gemini. What else? Holy Divine Spirit. Nope, he's not going to get his wish fulfillment, taking this risk to do magic, to get her energy. Okay, what else, Holy Spirit? I just saw the Magician again. He feels defeated because all his power comes from divine feminines. He feels defeated because all his power comes from divine feminines. All right, so what's going on right now with the Hierophant? He's being watched. Clarify the Page of Swords. We want to know when this motherfucker is going to get picked up. Okay? I'm opening the deck on the High Priestess. We want to know when all these motherfuckers are going to be put on their ass. Okay? Somebody that cannot control their emotions right now has to release something and they have to let it go. All right? And what is the what is the most probable outcome for this Aquarius right now? The Hermit in reverse. They're isolating right now. The Devil in reverse. They can't come toward you to orchestrate anything physically against you. They know they're using energy weapons, okay? The Page of Pentacles. There might be a younger person around you somewhere, okay, that they worked with in the past that also feels defeated. There might be a younger person somewhere around you that also feels defeated. I think that Page of Pentacles might be an energy I picked up on the other day. I picked up on a white woman with red hair. A white woman with red hair, like real Orphan Annie red, Raggedy Ann red hair. That they might have connected to or worked with in the past that's releasing something because it's too much of a burden for them. Okay? And what is going to happen in the with this Aquarius energy right now? The Five of Pentacles, they're isolated right now. They're isolated right now. When are they going to jail? Damn it. They can't get away with anything. And thank you. When are they going to jail? Okay, so it's the end of a cycle. This Aquarius may not even go to jail. This Aquarius may not even go to jail. They might come under spiritual judgment and might die instead of some kind of sickness or disease. Clarify this Nine of Swords reverse. Clarify. Okay, there it is. Okay, so this Aquarius is clear. They're not going to put this Aquarius in jail, y'all. They're not going to put him in jail, but he will die of some kind of sickness or disease instead. The Emperor reversed, the Ace of Swords. So he's going to die a painful death instead. He's not going to go to jail. He's not going to go to a physical jail because they're protecting him, but instead he's going to die of some kind of sickness in poverty. He's going to die a painful death in sickness and in poverty. Okay? What's the King of Wands reverse energy? This could be a fire sign he worked with, a feminine that he orchestrated something and it did not go in their favor. Okay, so this Aquarius is going to die of a sickness instead. What is the Emperor? Clarify the Emperor. Clarify the Emperor. Don't worry. That's why we have to spiritually militarize. Because these men are not going to put each other in jail. These men are not going to bring any justice physically. They're going to protect each other, which is why we have no other choice but to spiritually militarize ourselves as high priestesses. Okay, someone's moving to calmer waters. Okay, there might be an Emperor energy that's in the upright moving to calmer waters. The Nine of Cups. Don't look for justice physically. Don't worry, it's going to be spiritual justice. Because they didn't get what they expected. So somebody is going to move. Don't worry, people are going to get their karma. Right now, a King of Wands reverse that was coming together with some energies that they work closely with to do something reckless. They're coming together right now to do what? The spell work backfired. The spell work backfired, okay? And what's the Ten of Pentacles? Clarify the Ten of Pentacles. Oh, somebody might be making someone an offer to sacrifice somebody. To sacrifice who? Someone may be making someone an offer right now to sacrifice someone right now. Somebody that pulled their energy away. They're making somebody an offer to sacrifice who? Somebody that accepted that it's over. So there's somebody that already accepted that something's over and they're about to sacrifice somebody. Who are they about to sacrifice? Someone that could not persevere with what they were doing. Okay, they're going to sacrifice again, a fire sign. Okay, so they're getting ready. That's not going to get a new start. So somebody put some money up. Somebody might have put some money up, or for energy. Somebody is putting a fire sign up for sacrifice. Okay. So the Aquarius is going to die sick and alone, and somebody is sacrificing a fire sign right now. Or they're preparing to sacrifice a fire sign. Because you couldn't be sacrificed. You might be about to experience a time in your life of leisure, fun, recreation, and vacation. It might be divine intervention. You're spiritually protected. Okay? A lot is about to change for you all as these people go into their karma. I know it's been a journey. I agree. Sex magic. It's been a journey. Sex magic, ritualistic sex magic. Be careful. Be careful answering your phone. I told you. Right now, people are fighting. Demon possessed people are fighting to stay connected to you and to stay in your energy. Be very careful right now about someone trying to do some kind of ritualistic sex magic. And an aspect might have to do with getting you on the phone, maybe even talking to you, keeping you on the phone, talking or something. I don't know. Somebody might get you on the phone to talk to you while they're masturbating or something, or doing some ritualistic sex magic. Be careful. Don't answer your damn phone. If these Let me show y'all something. Oh, I can't. I'm on my phone. Damn. I'm on my phone. I wanted to show y'all. I wanted to show y'all something because I'm on my phone. So I can't show you. But I wanted to show y'all. I can show you my call history right now because I can't talk to anybody. This is why I'm starting a new start, an emotional support group for all of us high priestesses. I can't talk to anybody except my daughter and, of course, the utility companies and certain things that they can't block because then it'll be too obvious. But if I show you my call history right now, it is nothing but spam. And it's about, I could scroll through thousands and thousands and thousands of unanswered that comes up red spam calls day and night, day and night, day and night, nothing but spam flooding my phones. I literally, I mean, right now they're watching me very carefully, of course, and who I talk to, because they know that high priestesses are about to come together, which I'm not, they would know that anyway. There's no privacy. And there's no way we can come together and communicate what we need to without using social media for right now, anyway, for right now. So that's why they're like, you should keep it a secret. We're coming together. You can't keep it a secret, okay? Right now with social media, with your cell phone, everything is you're being watched on levels you would not believe. They probably have a camera in your colon you don't know about. You're being watched in ways you would not even believe, okay? So for right now, anybody I talk to, it's just expected. Anything done connected to this society, technology, they're listening to and watching. So they're going to also watch us women as we come together because they're scared of us. And they're scared of our power, and they know what our power can do. So they are going to be observing us, for now anyway, as we come together as women. So that's why, I'm announcing online to do the roll call for the high priestesses. But like I said, be careful. Just don't answer your damn phone. If you're one of the people whose phones have been blocked and monitored and hacked, someone might try to do sex magic, ritualistic sex magic, and see if they could get you talking on the phone. If you know you ain't been able to get no phone calls or really have privacy on your phone or do nothing, if somebody calls and just tries to get you talking or see if they can hold you on the phone, don't answer your phone. That's what voicemail is for. Voicemail is to let you know what they're calling about. And if you ain't calling about some money, or if you're not somebody I sent for, meaning I'm cool with you, a conversation about something we're working on, then I'm not going to answer the phone. Someone that needs to reach me, you're going to leave a message so I know who you are and what you're calling about. Okay? Because they need to hear your voice to connect to you. Okay? Live on the phone. Okay? So be careful of someone calling you, possibly to try to maybe do some kind of sex magic or something. Be careful of that. Right now, I'm telling you, they've lost all creativity. Even all those red spam, potential spam numbers are nothing but fake ass call centers with people. Wondered if you're selling your no, what is it this time? Insurance, a new insurance. If I cannot talk to you about insurance, what should it be this time? Home. They don't even get it right no more. They literally can't even. They literally can't even decide what kind of bullshit to talk to you about when they spam you from this call center. And the whole purpose is to keep you connected to the system so that they could drain your energy. People drain your energy talking to you about nothing. Don't worry. Assignment. You are a spiritual warrior, powerhouse, and you were placed here to destroy them. Let me explain something else real quick before I go further. A lot of you all that get downloads, that are high priestesses or high priests that can tap into your intuition, might wonder, wait a minute, if I'm so good with my intuition and a high priestess, how come I didn't get my intuition on somebody that catfished me or whatever, this, that, and the other? Simple. I can explain that to you because I've asked myself that because I've been catfished, okay, more than once. The reason that some of you were catfished and you might have had picked up on a little, but not enough to just cut them off like completely instantly, is because this was a spiritual soul tie that was assigned to you from a past life that you had some business with. And had your an aspect of your intuition been not been blocked, and you knew exactly what that person was going to try to do to you, you would have been like, God, I'm not about to sign up for this mission. You telling me this person is about to try to do cause me harm and do this to me, and so no, bitch, be gone. Shh, get away from me. No, I don't want to talk to you. I'm not going to date you. I'm not going to interact with you. Get away from me. And you would have ran 10 miles in the other direction. But if this was your assignment, if this was your assignment, and you're a spiritual warrior house and you were placed there to destroy them, if you knew that this person was going to come the way they came for you, you would have rejected the assignment and went the other way. You understand? And that's why sometimes certain aspects of your mission are not revealed to you about certain people going in. Because God knows, however you define God, God already knows you're going to reject the assignment. You're going to be like, no, it's a fuck boy. Hell no. I don't know. Well, you just showed me what they were going to do. Why would I connect to that? You have to connect to that because there's some past life karma that needs to play out for you in order for you to spiritually evolve and move forward and use your free will to make the right decisions so that you can spiritually ascend. It's a process that you have to go through that involves using your free will because you're constantly being tested on how you're going to balance your dark and light energy with a situation. So some situations that you might have gone into, like, why didn't my intuition fully kick in about this person? Because you had some past life karmic energy that had to be resolved with that person. And you were assigned to that person. So you didn't have a choice in the matter. You didn't realize it. Spiritually, you didn't have a choice. And that's why an aspect of your intuition was blocked, so that you could connect to that person to let something play out, so you could use your free will to show the universe you know how to balance your dark and light energy. Okay, you dogged me out. You tried to do this to me. And what I did is I released you, detached, and I walked away. And instead I healed. And I put boundaries in place where they were missing. And you pointed out those boundaries I needed to put in place to me by mirroring to me where I was lacking boundaries. Thank you for the lesson. And you move forward. And because of that, you had a spiritual promotion. You understand? That's where the spiritual promotion came in. Where you your assignment, they did what they were bound to do to you. And then they waited to see how you would use your free will. Are you going to try to balance the situation by projecting, or are you going to reflect on yourself in what needs to be healed that they mirror to you? And most of you all got into reflection energy. And you said, okay, where is my responsibility in this? What opening did I leave for this person to do this, that, and the other? And where can I tighten up at? Where can I heal? Okay, great. Now detach, and I will never speak to that person again. And I'm going to move forward and be positive. And now I've healed something else inside of me that has spiritually elevated me. Spiritual assignment complete. Stamp. You passed. You understand? So they just wanted me to say that to somebody, because there are those out there that will literally tell you, well, why didn't your intuition kick all the way in when you ran into a warlock? When you ran into a warlock that was... you literally ran into a warlock that catfished you because you were spiritually assigned to that warlock, because you might be the one that took that warlock out. Okay? You might had a soul tie with that warlock. That's why the whole mission, child, people, unfortunately, that take on missions like a suicide mission, like kamikaze, that fighting style I believe the Koreans used in a war where they went kamikaze. Can you imagine somebody in an airplane with someone that's a kamikaze fighter pilot, but they're in the airplane with someone that doesn't know that they're kamikaze, and they think that they're in there to fight, but this person's like, no, we're in here to crash and die, but it's sacrificing for our country. We're gonna crash into someone on purpose and die. And the other co-pilot's like, wait a minute, hold on, you didn't tell me you were the kamikaze pilot. I thought that we were going to fight the enemy, not crash into the enemy in order to take the enemy and ourselves out. I didn't plan on dying. I planned on coming out alive. Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't tell you before we got in the air. And then he starts strangling them. Y'all understand what I mean? The point is, God could not fully reveal to you everything about that person because you needed to get a lesson with that person. And then you were assigned to that person, not just to get your lesson, but to also take them out, them, destroy and break up whatever they were connected to. That person might have been connected to a whole coven and secret society whereby through you and your intuition, you were going to be the thing that broke all of them down, because you might have found out who that person was connected to and found out everything about everyone they were connected to, and like a spider web. And you might have found out things about a whole bunch of, because you're a high priestess. See, your God's secret weapon connected to in high places, and expose what they were doing and help bring all of them down. So it was meant to be. You understand? What are the messages, Holy Divine Spirit? They wanted me to explain that, because some people will be like, well, your intuition didn't fully kick in because you would have never allowed someone to catfish you. If no, it was supposed to happen. Everything is by divine order. Everything. Stocks, bonds. Something might be about stocks, bonds. I'm opening the deck here on stock, bonds twice. So I think they want me to say something about some stocks and bonds. Okay. Spiritually jumping you to sexually overtake and violate you to siphon your energy. Okay. Somebody might be under judgment in the legal system right now. It could be, okay. Yeah, they are telling me, yeah. Okay. It could, well done. It could be about some stocks and bonds. Okay. Somebody in the army. Okay, someone might be in the army. You might have a lawsuit. Someone might be at the birth or start of a dark night of the soul. You might be about to get an incoming message. Okay. All right. So something is about some stocks and bonds for somebody. Somebody's under judgment in the legal system. Somebody, you may be getting an incoming message soon. Somebody's in the military. Somebody was spiritually jumping you to sexually overtake and violate you to siphon your energy. That means somebody was coming toward you on the spiritual realm to assault you. This has happened to me many times before I learned how to cut all cords from anyone from the past, and to protect myself by making sure I guard my thoughts. For me, I made sure that I never masturbated again, because even masturbation can open up a spiritual opening or a portal for these people to harness your energy. Okay, we're grown. We're all grown here. Okay, even masturbation can open up, and these people will use dream magic and telepathy even to project anybody to your dreams, and try to see if they could get you to master. Hey, you can't get a disease masturbating. You're sexually safe. But they're trying to get you to open up because they're riding around in the astral plane, waiting for an opening to jump on you and siphon your energy. So, if Idris Elba, a 30-year-old Idris Elba, tries to overtake you in the dream state and tries to force you, no, I'm just kidding. I'm only playing. I'm only kidding. I'm being serious. You're like, stop, Kuan Yin. But, I don't either. I don't either. I have to be honest with y'all, me. And it don't got to be for everybody, because some of y'all are young people that still want to get married and have kids. But I'm so turned off to sex and completely put off to sex. And right now, just completely disgusted. Thank you. All right. Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? Thank you. Can you clarify? Someone please tell me, because I need to know what to repeat, because somebody didn't want someone to hear something. Did you hear everything by who you think? Did they block the sound when I was telling you how to protect yourself? By closing down your lower chakras when you go to sleep at night, placing your hand on the front and back of your sacral chakra, your root chakra, and solar plexus? Did y'all hear all that? I want to make sure, because if not, I'm going to repeat it, because they don't want people to hear these things. Did y'all hear all that? Yes, they blocked the sound. No, I'm going to say it again then. Thank you. Be careful, because they can project fond feelings through telepathy of past memories with people. If you see somebody in your dream state, more than likely they're doing spell work on you. And they can also project fond emotions and memories of people. It doesn't have to be sexual. And when you think of a fond memory you had with a person, it's going to open you up in the dream state and open you up spiritually to them siphoning your energy. So mind your thoughts. That's what I was saying. Don't masturbate. If you've been being spiritually jumped sexually in the dream state or in the spiritual realm when you're sleeping, mind your thoughts. Don't give people access to connect to you by leaving an opening by thinking of them in a fond way. You have to be very rigid in a certain sense with your thoughts when it comes to thinking about people from your past. Because if you think about certain people in a fond way, even if it's not a sexual thought, you're going to be open to them emotionally. And by you being open to them emotionally, it opens something up spiritually where they can come to you later on. And astral project to you. Okay? Because it's almost like you're inviting them. So if you have someone at your job you're real friendly with, and you talk to a lot, you talk to every day, and y'all are cool, you eat lunch together, and suddenly they appear in your dream state, probably doing spell work on you, and they've probably astral projected to you. Okay? Now, what I was saying to you all was the military has quantified spirituality. Spirituality is just what you cannot see with the naked eye. So they have tools and technology in the military where they can just place something that looks like a Bluetooth right on your temple, and you instantly are projected into the dream state. You're instantly projected to the astral realm or the ethereal realm instantly without meditating. See, the old-fashioned way is, you have to meditate to come out your body with your Merkaba. But because of technology and them quantifying and studying spirituality and the chakras and the different planes of existence, they have technology in the military that allows them to instantly project into your dream state just by putting something on their temple. Do you understand me? Now tell me if y'all heard me. Tell me if y'all heard me. Please, somebody tell me if you heard me or not, because they like to take my sound out. Dreamcatcher and crystals over my bed. Salt. Pink Himalayan sea salt is good too. If you can, and I'm not talking about the regular small amount, a good amount. If you can get a nice good amount of pink Himalayan sea salt and put it in a big gallon size glad bag and put it up under your sheet, the fitted sheet, and flatten and smooth it out so that it doesn't feel bumpy and you can lay on top of it. If you can do that, that helps too. Pink Himalayan sea salt. What's that? Celtic salt? Someone said, what's that called? Silica? Celtic salt? Okay, I'll look into that too. Celtic salt. Okay. Celtic salt. Let me write that down. Hold on. Celtic salt. But that's one suggestion. Okay. But these are the type of things that we will be coming together to talk about once we start having our meetings, our high priestess support group meetings. Okay. But yes, sleep with salt. Now, I'm talking about the military right now. The Hierophant is talking about the army. These people, they have, on secret military bases, they have technology where they can do dream magic. They can project into your dream. They can astral project to you. And they don't have to meditate to get there. They have technology where they just place the cap on your head or something on your temple, and it instantly puts you there. It instantly puts their consciousness in another realm. It's almost like Avatar. They have the technology of Avatar right now. And that's why they're able to sexually assault you. And the military has been abusing this technology to sexually assault a lot of us. Because it happened to me. And I'm not ashamed or embarrassed because I didn't do anything wrong. But it was someone in the military that astral projected to me and they sexually assaulted me. This was years ago. And it kept happening to me over a period of time before I learned to shut down my chakras. So if you had a problem with this, watch masturbation. Shut down your lower chakras on the ethereal plane, astral, mental, physical, and emotional plane. You can do it. Put your hands on the front and back, of your lower back, of your pelvis when you're doing it, and you visualize the color yellow for solar, visualize the color orange for your sacral, visualize the color red for your root chakra, and visualize it rotating counterclockwise as you say the words. You command it to rotate and seal complete that portal to close and seal shut completely on the ethereal plane, astral, mental, physical, and emotional plane right now and in the dream state. And remain sealed shut until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. And anoint yourself. Okay? If they're doing that to you. Okay? Yes, the crystals too are good. So, someone in the middle has been sexually overtaking someone in my collective in the dream state. And they're using technology to do it. They don't even have to meditate. They're using military technology to sexually assault us and rape some of us. I stopped mines, but to sexually assault some of us in the dream state. I just want you to know you're not going crazy. You're not pretending. It's not just a bunch of warlocks and wizards out here. They're using military advanced technology to do this to y'all. Okay? That's why the divine feminine has to come together. That's why we have to spiritually militarize with each other. A glass of water, Diane? Okay. All right, child, when we come together, when us women come together to stop these atrocities, when we come together, and put all our heads together, we are going to know how to fully utilize every tool and resource we have to come against this, to put it to an end. All right, what else about this? So there might be someone in the military, a Queen of Wands energy, someone has clarity. Of course they do, because they're the ones doing it to us. A mother figure, you might be a mother figure this was happening to, and somebody might not be able to plan this anymore. Justice, because something's getting balanced out. So there was a Queen of Wands, man or woman in the military that could have been working with a group of other military men to come and sexually assault you in the dream state or on the spiritual plane, using technology that the military holds to do this to y'all. The Emperor in the reverse, the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Okay? The Queen of Pentacles in reverse might be a woman. This could be a fire sign woman that was working with Emperor in the reverse. So it's women working with these men to hurt other women because they're unhealed and they think money is going to numb their abuse. There are women that are helping men to do that, and they're going to come up under judgment too. They better separate from helping these men to hurt women. The women that, we call judgment on the women that are helping men to hurt women. Someone's moving to calmer waters, so it's not going to happen anymore. So whoever I'm talking to, they didn't get their wish fulfillment. So they might have attempted this and didn't get their wish fulfillment. Okay? They didn't think about something the right way. So whoever you are, you might have learned techniques to protect yourself, and they were unable to get away with. They wanted to sexually jump you or overtake you to siphon your energy, and it was somebody in the army or somebody in the army was working with a Queen of Wands fire sign, a Queen of Pentacles reverse, someone shallow and superficial that was using military equipment to astral project to you. The reason all these people they recruit in these secret societies are able to astral project with ease, it's not because they did proper training. Because they're being given technology, a message from someone in the military with the Hierophant here. So somebody might get a message from somebody in the court, in the justice system, or the military about something someone invested badly. That collaborated to do this to you. So somebody might be getting a message from someone in the military. It might be someone around your home. What's the Four of Wands? Or someone in your family or a community. What's the Four of Wands? Okay, there's somebody that might be around your home right now watching you that wants to give you a message about a community that was doing this to you. Okay, so somebody might be from the government around your home because they're releasing it. Whatever they